So, you know, pressure's on, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Game Day Battle, where Cleveland sports news meets biased and outspoken opinion. We have a missing Game Day Battle member tonight. Ramon could not make it, but we have our first guest for the show.
My brother from the same mother.
This is Ryan, and he's going to be trying to fill in for Ramon tonight.
I'll do my best to fill his shoes.
And he's actually, a Clevelander, but a Tampa, right?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, okay. Resident and just kind of up for a while, so still a Cleveland fan though, right?
Absolutely.
Buckeye alum right here as well.
Right.
Buckeye, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I still don't like LeBron.
And he lived down in the thick of it down there, so. But we also have his brother, DST.
That's right.
And I know you're primed and ready for the Browns.
I'm ready. I got 8 fantasy teams ready to roll. All my drafts are over, and I'm ready for kickoff Wednesday. First Wednesday game we got coming up.
You're actually commissioner of 2 leagues, really, if you count the GDB League and then your King of Cleveland League.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So,
and then I'm a player in a couple others as well. So.
Okay. How many money leagues?
4. So.
That's
4.
That's an investment.
Or an addiction.
Or an addiction, right. If you win, it's an investment.
Absolutely.
If you lose, it's just an addiction.
Yeah.
So. Brett, back sporting the classic shirt.
Yeah.
Like it kind of Browns ready.
For sure, I go, that looks pretty good.
GDB exclusive.
Absolutely. I know you're a big Buckeye fan too, and along with the Browns, you've been looking at the Buckeye season coming up. And I'm Mike Glass. We're all going to take a look at the Buckeye season. First, though, we're going to start off with the Browns. Look ahead at what we're going to expect, or what we can expect from the season, both in maybe some requirements that they're going to have to meet in order to maybe have a playoff possibility, or at least be in the mix. Also, game by game, we're going to break it down, have some predictions, get to talk about maybe some specific matchups. That should be fun. We're going to do the same thing with the Buckeyes. Of course, they started off quite nicely this last weekend.
Go Bucks.
Yeah, we kind of expected that. So I say we kick it off with Browns.
Game Day Battle is brought to you by Bamboozle's Restaurant and Lounge in Parma. They have the best drink specials anywhere. Seriously, buy one, get one free drinks. How often do you hear of it? You don't. They do it twice a week. Billy's mom makes the pasta sauce all the time, and the burgers, you simply won't find a better one. Check them out, bamboozles.com. Again, bamboozles.com. When you go there, tell them GDB sent you.
All right, so the Browns are really, really about to start. I've said the beginning of the Browns season so many times over the past month or two because it just feels like it's starting, and now this is really, really the start of the season. The table's been set. We know what we're looking at. We know who's going to start, and I think that the first thing we should do before we get into the specific games is let's look at this positively. There's no reason to be negative at this point. And
it's going to be hard.
What would it take?
Not much out there.
Well, there's a little bit, though. We made some changes. This isn't the same team that came out of last year. So there have been some positive things that have happened. Some things like Whedon, we were really high on, then not sure about. But let's look at what could be done. What would have to happen, not for us to go to the Super Bowl or do anything major, but just to be in the mix in the playoffs, to have a decent season, like an 8-8 season, something like that, maybe even in 9-7, something like that. What would have to happen?
You're going to have to drink a lot of alcohol and get a lot of sleep.
All right, I like that.
Plenty of NyQuil.
Yeah.
Okay, well then we're done. No, okay, so we know that in order for that to happen, Whedon has to become the quarterback pretty quickly that he needs to be. And of course, Trent Richardson is going to have to play and play well. And playing is the first part of that. He's got to be on the field for the whole season or most of the season. So outside of that, are there a couple things that we can look at that really need to happen for this team to really be at that point? And I think that there's a possibility there. I mean, the team, we had a decent defense, and we're getting a lot of that defense back. A few improvements here and there on the offense, and we were within a few points of a lot of the games last year. We didn't get hammered by every team. We were competitive in just about every game, so we're close. What would it take? And Brett, I'm gonna start off with you. What would it take to at least be in the mix? What few things would you target?
Well, it's got to be ball handling. They have to catch the ball like last year. We didn't catch it very much. Yeah. You have gloves for a reason.
In fact, we have gloves right
gloves
here.
for a reason. Let's get the gloves on.
These are, I'm not to interrupt you, but these are legit gloves. These are inside help.
I could catch these things, and I didn't have a problem with it.
We have an inside source that got us the actual real Browns gloves.
Worn by Browns players.
Yep.
Masquai.
By
the way, I just ruined that, by the way, by putting my hand in it.
It's all right.
So
Cribs. Carlton Mitchell. I give you Greg Little hands.
Well, I think we should give these back to Greg Little.
Yeah, he might need these back.
You might need them.
These are amazingly sticky. I don't know how you can not catch a ball with these. But then if you look at the official ball, it's super hard. And coming in...
Super hard. Yeah.
Super, it is.
That's what she said.
It is. That's rock hard, isn't it, Mike?
Tom Brady. So let's look at the games one by one. We can go down the games. We can give our prediction.
Yes.
Beforehand, I think we're all going to need to kind of just dive into this real quick. So so get in, make your marks, and when we come out of it, we'll see who's got it or who's going to get embarrassed like a few people last year.
This is going to be a long, painful walk through hell. So come on, Cleveland fans.
Done.
Let's dive in.
That's awesome.
I'm good now.
Time's up, and Dale's done puked up and down the back
Clean
here.
that up.
Oh, it took me 4 drinks just to get through the first 6 games.
It's not going to be an easy season, Dale. You've harped on it multiple times. Strength of schedule.
Oh, it's music to my ears, Mike. Say it again.
Strength of schedule. We have a very difficult schedule. Was it the worst in the league?
It is the number one.
The number one worst schedule coming up, at least as far as difficulty goes. And that's what's in front of us. We can't change it. We can't complain about it. We can't switch schedules or swap.
It's time to find out who we are.
Well, no, let's not find out who we are. Let's find out who we can be, because...
dig deep into our cups.
There we go. All right, so we start off with an easy game. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No.
Wait, are you looking at the Ohio State schedule or the Cleveland Browns schedule?
Yeah, this is no Miami of Ohio here. Philadelphia, a team that is stacked with talent and a lot of experience. The dream team. I think they even called themselves the dynasty at this point. Was that Vic that said that? I think
so.
Yeah.
But he's a felon.
He's coming into the dog pound.
Vic can't even vote this year, so. So okay, let's look at Philadelphia. We're at home, so that at least is a little bit of an advantage. Anybody?
This means that people will be drunker.
Yeah.
So we won't know that we lost.
We can't do that because we can't drink in the meeting lots anymore.
Yeah.
This is true.
You can drink, put it in a cup. Put it in a cup.
Nope.
I move here and you can't
We're
drink.
gonna make a whole show out of that one.
You cannot have an open container whatsoever anymore.
No
alcohol is prohibited from now on.
Well, then we will party at home. Haha.
West 6 or the Crazy Horse parking lot.
There's parking lot.
Crazy Horse.
I know the manager.
Manager's a real asshole, though. Don't let him see it drinking down there. He'll come out and take the drink from you and drink
No
himself.
more free lap dances for you, Mike.
You get free lap dances?
Is that him?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Awkward. All right, so am I giving it L's all the way down the row here?
Absolutely.
No. Week 10. We got a
Well,
W.
no, I'm saying for week one.
Week one. We're week one, Ryan. Don't blow your
I
load
like how you
just
want to
yet.
jump ahead. Just pass up.
I like how you got us going 0-9 until then, though.
No.
You said it, Mike. Philadelphia is loaded. And if they weren't loaded, we traded our second free safety to them, David Sims. We traded to him a week before we got to play the team. Why would you want to help bolster a team that you're about to face? Why would you want to give away depth of a guy who had 3 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown during the preseason?
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. I know about your Philadelphia ties, Jimmy Haslam. You better not be trying to pull some fast shit on us with all your gold trinkets and fast cars. I see through you, sir. 0-1.
We don't have the veteran presence in this team, enough of it at least, to be able to shift or to make it look like we're doing different things than we really are. They're going to go with a fairly vanilla offense, I guess. I'm imagining that's what they'll do because it's the first game of the season. You don't want them throwing downfield over and over against this stacked secondary. It would just be absurd. We'll lose. It won't be pretty either. Philadelphia was just a total comedic treasure last year. I mean, they were a big failure. They were a big hype before the season. They just plummeted quickly, never got back on track. This is their game, and they've been targeting this for a while.
Absolutely. Come out with a bang.
Come out with a bang against a bad team on the road, and you'll shut all the critics up. And
you know what else, Mike? I think vanilla would actually taste pretty fucking good. Because I think we're going to be tasting some Rocky Road. You know what I'm getting at.
Well played, Dale. Well played.
With some poop tracks. Not moose tracks.
All right, so we get to travel a little bit after the first week of the season, and head down south to Cincinnati.
Way down.
Way down south.
Yeah, way down south, I guess. Now, this is a team that they showed well last year. They're supposed to be a 0-16 team last year, or a 1-15 team. They got to the playoffs. Still a very young team, and they're banged up on defense, and that was the thing that kind of kept them in all the games last year, and they had just enough on offense to win a lot of them. So this is an opportunity, really, for the Browns to win. Is there anybody sitting at this table that puts a W in Cincinnati week 2?
I do.
Do you?
I absolutely do.
Okay.
I think the batting of Whedon and Andy Dalton, I think we go down into Cincinnati and we take one for the good guys up north.
All right, so I mean, this sort of Whedon coming out party, going up against a banged up secondary. No starting cornerback is going to be in the game second week. I think they're all still out past then. So you're dealing with
I'm thinking we're coming in with a W. I think we're gonna go down there. We're gonna stop the rush. They really don't have any deep threats.
What about that AJ Green guy?
Well, AJ Green.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking good.
And so
our defense isn't.
So you triple team him, and then you got Jordan Shipley to worry about.
Shipley's going.
They cut him.
They've got Mohamed Sanu, which is a rookie, and they've also got.
Leave it up to their running backs. They got Cedric Benson. They got.
Don't have Benson anymore.
See, they don't have him either. See?
That's where it ends. And it finishes right here.
Green Ellis.
I got a loss against Cincinnati. I like what Andy Dalton came out and did last year. Showed you what a rookie quarterback is capable of when you give him a weapon like A.J. Green. He's going to be a top 5 wide receiver this year. And we also won't have Hayden out there to cover him. So look for another big scoring game to exploit our defense while we're weak and suspended. And I don't see us pulling out a win on the road. So that's 0-1 in the division, 0-2 overall.
Yep, and you nailed it. You got A.J. Green and a good complement of receivers. They're young, but they're still very athletically good, at least. And you've also got Jermaine Gresham out of the backfield, out of the off to the side. They can put this guy pretty much anywhere they want, and he's a pass catching machine. So you've got a lot of the ability to attack him deep, attack midway down the field with the tight ends, and that's going to be tough. So I think it's going to be a defensive struggle, though. And let's just start with you, Brad. You giving him an L, a W?
I got him a win against Buffalo.
Bullshit. Sorry about that. It's dusty down here.
Why is it always me?
You were the first one to answer.
I know. Anyways, I got a W against them. I think this is going to be the one of a few wins we have this year. I don't think Buffalo's offense is going to be that good this year. I don't think, if you look at the rankings we have here from last year, they don't show very much, and I think this could be especially at home, I think this could be a breakout game for DeWeeden and Trent Richardson to come out. I think Richardson will have the game of the year right here against Buffalo.
Well, you know what? The side of the table's in agreement then. I'm thinking of a win. I think we've had 2 losses, one at home, one on the road. This is the chance to come back, and we can win a game this year. Give me a game, Dale. Give me one game this year.
It's
not this one against Buffalo. No, this is the chance. This is going to come back here, and they're going to be fired up. Trent Richardson's going to run for 1,000 yards that day.
Holy hell.
And, then he's going to get hurt, so it's all right.
Oh, he's out for the season, so he's going to get it all in one game?
That's right. I went and looked at the whole schedule, and I know that they got to win a game this year. And I'm not saying it's the only game they're going to win, but this is a game that I think is it's prime for them to take. Dale does not agree at all.
I do not.
He's ready to
That's
blow.
why I wore this shirt today, because that's what the Brown season is going to be. A hot, melty popsicle that's sticky all over your hand and stains your clothes.
I'm not even sure I followed that.
I got another loss right here, guys. No home help's going to help us. 0-3 against Buffalo. This will be one of the easier defenses that we play, but with that upgrade from Mario Williams, I really think Buffalo is actually putting in some pieces to try to actually compete in their division. I think Fitzpatrick might be able to put it all together. They're going to have Fred Jackson and C.J. Spiller, Stevie Johnson, David Nelson. Sorry, guys. We're still going to be out. We're still going to be out Hayden. We know the mess. We know the suspensions. No W's coming easy. 0-3.
All right, Brian?
I'm going to have to agree with him on that one. I think Buffalo's going to come in and it's going to be, I think it's going to be a bigger running game than it is a passing game.
So you agree with my 1,000 yards for
I think Trent Richardson might come close to 1,000 yards. He might come short by 600-700 yards. But all in all, I think it's going to be put another L up for the Browns.
All right, the line is drawn right here.
Yep.
All right, so let's see if we can find some unity in Baltimore. It's a Thursday night game, if that matters for anybody. In Baltimore, so division game, and is our second division game at that point. This is going to be a big game for us.
Very.
So let's just kind of flip the order here, Ryan. We're going to keep going with you. In Baltimore, do we have a chance?
It's the old Cleveland Browns versus the new Cleveland Browns, as I always say. And I think even though it is a Thursday night game, it's probably going to be televised. So it's a big spotlight for the Browns. I think they're going to come out to play. But Baltimore's defense, I think, is just too good. Even with, the veterans that they have that are still one step behind, their defense is hungry. They're out for blood.
Okay.
And I think they're gonna tear through our offensive line, and they're gonna get to Whedon a couple times. So
right.
I'm putting up a loss up against the Ravens.
All right. Well, Dale, are you still salty? On
Loss. 0-4, 0-2 in the division. Brett?
Loss. 0-2 in the division. 1-4 in my own.
Well, that'd be 1-3.
It'd be 1-4. 1-3.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Math not
I
your
can
strong
count.
suit. There you go.
I went to Elyria High.
Oh.
All right, well, be prepared to laugh, but I am predicting this as a win for them. This is going to be a luck win. This is going to be one of those games that it's a very close game. You get down to the end, and they barely pull it out, and we're going to have 2 wins in a row, and everybody in Cleveland is going to be high as a kite all week long until the next week.
I want whatever he's smoking.
And the next week, we're going to just head over to New York.
Oh.
Dale, you get to start this one up.
0-5.
There's a shocker.
I'm actually hoping to go to this game. Not sure which jersey I'll be wearing, but
Split it down the middle.
0-5. Super Bowl champs. Come on, man. They're waiting to get payback because the last time the Browns and Giants played was in Cleveland on Monday Night Football, the year after the Giants won the Super Bowl in 2008, and the Brownies won that game. With Derek Anderson as their quarterback. I was sitting in the dog pound with my painted Giants face, and I went out of there like a champ. It was one of the greatest football memories of my life, so I'm thinking about heading out to New York to see some family and possibly another great game. But G-Men with the W. Browns.
I'm keeping these gloves, by the way.
0-5. 0-5.
Not a chance, huh?
You have a better chance of winning the lottery. I think.
Really?
I honestly think if you can play Mega Millions, go for it. You probably will have a better chance of.
I might just do that.
You heard it from me, so I want half. If you win,
half.
That's my cut. I want half.
That's steep.
That's all right.
Agents only get 3%.
All right, I'll take 5. I'm your brother, so I get more.
I hope no one's going against the boys in blue.
No, this is where our high just smacks us in the face. We're still gonna be like, reigning Super Bowl champions. That's why we lost to them. Don't worry, it gets worse. Brett, I see you've got an L on your
loss.
Yeah, okay.
The frustration is starting to mount.
Yes. Okay, well, we get some redemption. Possibly Cincinnati is in Cleveland the very next week, and that'll be a Sunday game. So we're gonna have our division rival and a team that's more of a rival really than any of the other teams because we've been bad along with this team for so long that we've kind of been beating each other up on the lower part of the cellar. So this is a chance for us to establish ourselves once again in the division. Anybody have a W next to this game?
Loss. I do.
Ah, Dale.
I wanted to go 0-16 down the rip, but it's actually harder to lose a game, to not win a game, than it is to go and not lose one. Does that make any sense to anybody?
It's harder to go 0-16 than it is to win.
He feels me.
Yeah.
I know you feel me too. I think after going against the Giants, it's going to bring Cincinnati down a little bit. Plus, we'll already see them one time. We will have an idea of what they're going to do. We're going to have our starters back. We're going to have everybody back from hopefully injury and suspensions. That'll be the last time I say that. And, we play these guys twice a year. We can hang with Cincy. We can. I don't think the win will come on the road. I think this might be one that they can pull out at home. So I got a W. 1-5, 1-2 in the division.
Well, I think that this is a game where Cincinnati's going to have a tough season up to this point, and they're going to come in here needing to win, and that's why I think it's going to be tough. I think they got a little more talent than us. They're a little bit further ahead than us, and that's where I think the edge is going to go to them. So I got them. I got the Browns losing that week, and I see another big L over there. It's just sick. It's getting sick, Brett.
Go ahead and say it.
No.
Okay.
No, but Ryan's going to bring some positivity at the end of the table.
Against the Colts?
No, Cincinnati.
Oh, we're still on Cincy. I thought we just...
Cincy number 2.
Cincy number 2. I put us in the W column once again.
Wow.
I think no matter where Cleveland will play Cincy this year, they could play them in Ireland for all I care, or London. I think that...
Ireland?
I think that the Browns will dominate over Cincy again.
What do you think? What do you think this defense is going to do with Andrew Luck the very next week?
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing Andrew Luck in action. I think again, hype. I think it's going to be another hype battle. I think it's week 6. I think there's going to be a lot of hype between him and RG3, battling it out. Possibly even throwing Ryan Tannehill's name into the mix, possibly Whedon, but I think mostly for the first couple weeks it's going to be RG3 versus Luck, and I think it's the pressure's going to mount, and I don't think that the pressure's going to be released. I think he's going to come in maybe a little overconfident in Indianapolis against the Browns, like most teams might do, and I think we're going to come away with a. I'm predicting we're going to get a W. That's just me.
Well, that's the yin. Here's the yang.
Oh, of course.
Brandon Whedon may have beaten Andrew Luck in college, but this is the NFL, and we couldn't beat Curtis Painter and the Colts last year. So I definitely see a fat loss there for the Brownies, which is going to bring us to 1.
I am just trying to be optimistic.
6.
Somebody out there has got to, get out of your. You need a break.
I had us going 13-3 last year, Ryan. Now the reality is slap me in the face.
Yeah, now
well, that's the curse of Madden. The Madden cover.
There's no
That's the
going
curse of the Madden cover last year. You put Peyton Hillis on a pussy pedestal.
We fed him to the dogs, didn't we?
And what happened to Peyton Hillis?
Fed him to the Madden gods.
Yeah,
we did, and this is going to be a win. I think that the Browns will finally see a team that they can beat. We're going to have a more complete secondary. And we're going to, at this point, after this game and we win, 3-4.
What about you, Brett?
Loss.
Well,
don't hold anything back.
Can we take on
5 right now?
Yeah, can we take on the Chargers next week at home?
Ooh.
Loss. Hey, I'm with Dale. I picked them 13-3 last year.
Yeah, I got the two guys that are just completely slapped.
And I'm the most optimistic person at this table, and.
Well,
not anymore, because I got San Diego as a win. I think San Diego's traveling. You know what I think about traveling.
Jet lag.
I'm telling you, the numbers show it. A team that travels cross country always has a harder time winning. We can't win in San Diego. We have a hard time of it. They can't win here. It's just the way that it works. You doubted me before. You doubted me before in San Diego, and I've been right on them.
I think it's actually pronounced San Diego.
Isn't it German for a whale's vagina?
I think. Yeah.
Dude, my mom watches this show. Come on, vagina?
Does she also watch Will Ferrell? Yeah. I'm just trying to impress you, Dale.
Thanks.
Anyway, so this is going to be a win because nobody's going to be expecting the Browns to win. This is going to have us. Hey, the season goes on. We hear the negativity coming later.
The Browns get jet lag just going from their training camp in Berea.
Yeah, how do you think they're going to win in Cincy? That's a 2-hour flight.
They'll be there in 20 minutes.
I'd pick us to win in Cincy.
You're right.
I bet you don't even take the flight. They just ride a bus.
Why is it always me? Awesome.
So, San Diego?
Loss. 1-7.
Ryan?
I don't know. Phillip Rivers. I mean, they lost, Vincent Jackson, but they picked up Robert Meacham. Is that correct?
Yep.
So, I'm pretty lost.
Loss.
All right. We then have to deal
Loss.
with Baltimore.
Do we even need to talk about Baltimore?
This is how we end the season. Dallas, Pittsburgh, Oakland, Kansas City, Washington, Denver, Pittsburgh. That is ruthless. Absolutely
Can we
ruthless.
hope that Terrell Pryor starts for Oakland against the Browns?
Okay, and Oakland might be our biggest opportunity there.
I mean, Carson Palmer.
And you still have Carson Palmer, who could have a good year.
He could.
And they've got some good receivers there. They got McFadden still, right?
If he's thrown to the right team and Hayward Bay. But
we got Romo, Roethlisberger, potentially Palmer if he's doing well, and Kansas City Castle. And then we've got RG3, Peyton Manning, and then Roethlisberger again. That's mean. That's just absolutely mean to have to do that.
Who picked the schedule for us? I mean, who did we piss off?
Everybody hates us. Everybody in the NFL hates us.
Is this Cleveland in the Ding Dong Day? Damn.
So November 18th, it's going to be cold, and we are in Dallas. They will be in Dallas, all nice and toasty there
in the
big
dome.
Palace. Yeah.
Hollywood of the NFL.
Yeah.
That's right. Loss. Come on, nobody's got to win.
I think we're going to win.
Oh, there it is.
Again, we're going into, as you say, the Hollywood of the NFL. I mean, anybody who goes into Dallas with their new stadium against Tony Romo, yes.
All right.
Yes, I think we're going to win.
All right. Well,
I mean, the sun's got to shine on a dog's ass, and I think this is the game that.
And we are the dog's ass.
We are the dog's ass. There's no doubt. Okay, so we've got losses down the table, a win at the end. Pittsburgh at home downtown.
At home.
And Pittsburgh, they're not exactly the team they used to be. We got to play them twice at the end of the season. The NFL always does this to us, including the last game. So this is the first time we're going to see them all year long. Are there any? Where can I see the W's? Anybody?
I have friends in Florida who watch this show who are Steeler fans, so Audra and Dee, you guys are going down. You can take your terrible towels, turn them sideways, because the Browns are going to whoop your ass.
And I'm with you. I think Trent Richardson, if he's still playing at that point, if he doesn't have 4 knee surgeries and out for the next 4 years, he is going to have a big game that game, because that Steelers D is not. I'm not sold on them anymore. They're old, and they're
and with their new offense that they're still getting used to, I think this is our. I think if this is the year.
Oh,
this is
man.
this.
This is the year for what?
That we turn it around against Pittsburgh.
StubHub some seats.
No.
Right on 3. 1, 2, 3. Loss. 1-10.
Wow.
0-4.
1-4 in the division.
Oh, 0-4 for me.
Yeah, 1-4. Yeah.
Where is the love at this table?
Oakland.
No.
We are in Oakland, so let me just say again, traveling across the country is not easy to do, and it's not fun. So let's look for the W's. Are there W's anywhere?
I got a W right now.
Oh, get out of here.
I do have a W.
I think this is opportunity right here. Might be one of the only chances we have to win a game all freaking year, Mike.
Straight out of Compton.
So maybe they'll enjoy the flight out there going out to Oakland, and I'm going to give us 2-10 right there. Sorry, buddy.
Like I said, we can only hope and pray that Terrell Pryor gets the start against the Browns. I think we're going to win.
Oakland was 29th in defense last year, and they did absolutely nothing to strengthen that. So
No.
Now we get to go home and have Kansas City come here. Kansas City's got some talent. They can do a lot of things.
Oh, never mind.
And I think they're going to do enough to beat us that week. So. I agree with you, Mike. Kansas City is the return of a lot of things. Number one, Romeo Cornell. Mm-hmm. Number 2, Peyton Hillis coming back to Cleveland.
Who's just going to have a monster day. Monster day.
And their defense was really starting to pull through the last few weeks of the season last year, so I'm interested to see how Kansas City improves. But I think there'll be a little bit too much to handle with that Jamal Charles, Peyton Hillis combo. And they got a lot of threats. I just don't see it happening. I'm going to have to give that one to KC.
Yeah, they've been a team that's been ready to burst, just blow up every year for the last 3 or 4 years, and they get almost there, and they just can't quite make that jump. I think they may have done it this year, so a loss as well for me in Cleveland. W's anybody?
I have a W against Kansas City.
W. Right. That's your first W of the year?
No.
Second.
Okay.
Second. No, my third.
Okay, yeah. No, well, wait, yeah. You put a W down for your bye week.
Well, right here. 1, 2, 3, you moron. Okay. I didn't count it, you dipshit. Fucking moron.
God.
Read the fucking W's.
I don't know why you're so mean to me, man.
You're the one. You just called me an idiot when I didn't.
It's not you, Mike. It's the reality of a 2-11 season. You get to sink in on them.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
No, I got him winning. I think I don't think Kansas City's offense is all that thing to be afraid of, and
we got to win a couple games this year, right?
Peyton Hillis might have the flu again.
Yeah.
Peyton Hillis might go off his fucking rocker again. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't think it's one of the offenses is really going to scare us. And
nah.
All right, well, hey, following that, it's going to be cold here in Cleveland, and RG3 is coming here, and that guy's going to have to run his ass off to have a good season this year, just like Cam Newton did. He's going to have to make some passes. Can he do it in the cold of Cleveland in mid-December with a team that, as we've all said, is going to have a very tough season, and now they're looking to make some strides, guys looking to sort of claim their job for next year. Anybody picking a win over Washington?
I wrote down a loss, and I'm going to keep it a loss.
I wrote down a loss, but I think they got a shot. I'm not saying that they're going to pull it off, but I think RG3's probably never played in snow.
Fred? Can we handle Peyton Manning the following week, assuming Peyton Manning's not on a stretcher somewhere?
I was gonna say I don't think there's gonna be a Peyton Manning come.
You know who's gonna start in this game? Brady fucking Quinn.
Oh God! What if we had the face?
He's on KC now.
Oh no, he's not.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He'll be playing us 2 weeks before.
Yeah, add him into the list of people who are returning hungry against Cleveland in Week 14.
If he gets to play.
I honestly don't think that Peyton Manning's even going to be with Denver come the 2 days before Christmas.
So we have a chance?
I think we have a chance. I think, even though they got Decker and they got some, it all depends who's the quarterback. I really don't think Peyton Manning's going to last the whole season. I think somewhere down the line, somebody's going to get to him, and I still think that neck's vulnerable. I think that neck's very vulnerable. I think he should have retired.
So you throwing up a W?
I'm throwing up. If Peyton Manning is not the quarterback,
hey, no conditions here, man. You get an L or a W next to it.
Damn.
Welcome to game day battle.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give us. All right, fine. I'll give us a loss.
All right, playing it safe.
I'm playing it safe, but just mark my words with an asterisk next to it. No Peyton. We're going with the W. All
right.
I'm going to give us a loss as well. It wouldn't matter if the third autistic Manning brother was the quarterback in this game, because they're still going to toast us. Denver.
So a loss, and now we have the final game of the season. We all like this, no matter how horrible the season is, because we get to play Pittsburgh one more time. It's the end of the season. We all want to play spoiler because we ain't got nothing else going on at that point. It's a chance to beat Pittsburgh. Okay, at this point, I've got a 4-game losing streak, 5-game losing streak for me to finish the season out. Loss at Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh's going to need it to, get the wild card or win the division or wherever they're at that point, and yeah, they're going to get it done like they always do.
I'm saying a W.
Oh my God!
Wow!
Woo! I think it's a nice chance for the Browns to play spoiler and try to finish off the year on a high note. So that's where my Browns fanhood is kicking in right there at the end. Couldn't give us 2-13, so maybe we'll hang with Pittsburgh and give them a loss, even though we're like 2-15 in our last 17 against them.
Wow. All right. I think the Steelers will be vying for that wild card spot. I would like to see Cleveland be the spoiler again, so I'll go with DST and with the W.
All right. Brett.
Loss.
You should just have a button over there. That way you can save your voice.
The arena itself.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, the Nashville Predators, with the moves that they made, holy.
Yep.
Really?
Huh? So talking about hockey?
Hockey is one of the best sports ever.
It's the only sport. Okay, fine.
I thought you guys were talking about like women's golf or something.
No.
Same thing.
Hockey nap.
Wow, really?
Thanks, guys.
Okay, whatever.
All right, you guys go ahead and play sports with your fancy helmets and your little shoulder pads and shit like that.
And your, yeah.
And your little grass and your little spikes. We'll play it on hard ice with teeth flying everywhere and bruises and stitches and shit.
They're still talking about hockey?
Where people can fight and get away with it.
Hockey nap.
Yeah, you go to sleep.
About fucking time, Jesus Christ. They didn't know the hell it's done.
About time you got a hockey analyst.
Yep. Lost.
Shut the hell up.
No, we're going on to a good football team now, so
Yes, we are.
you might as well change that lost button to a win.
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 And this is a very good football team this year. At least they're showing that. Ohio State Buckeyes got their first win of the year. And
OHIO.
Wait, there we go.
Wait.
Brett.
Wait, no, we're backwards.
Oh, that's all right. I can fix that.
There you go.
We're acting like a bunch of Michigan player fans for a little while.
I like how Brett's on the end and he doesn't know what to put up. He's like, you're an O. There's an O on either end.
What's round on both sides and high in the middle?
Me?
Okay.
Well,
I was going to say Ohio. But
I was making sure you guys are spelling it right.
Spell check.
Thank you for looking out for us, Brett.
Why was the red line under it when we did it? Spell check? Nothing? Cool.
No.
Can't all be home runs, man.
No, they can't.
Swing 'em.
Sometimes you just.
But I
fumble
understood.
bad.
Yep.
All right, Brett.
All right.
You got still game?
Miami?
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually predicting a 56-10 Buckeye win, week 1. Yep.
That's a good prediction, man. You know why? Because it just happened.
Oh, sweet.
All right. I need to raise some beer so I can get some food.
Beer!
Hungry.
Me too. Get it go.
All right. We have a small amount of time left that we just continue to waste. And that is the time that we use to do whatever Brett's doing right there.
On the ice is twice as nice.
Touche.
Hockey continues.
Never
We're going to raise our beer to somebody we want to praise, somebody we hate, a topic. We can say anything that we want until somebody cuts us off. That's the way it works. This week, we're going to start with DST, who is the host of an awesome draft party, by the way. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Food was amazing.
Welcome to King of Cleveland.
It was beautiful.
Hey, I'm honored to be part
You're
of
in
it.
for life. You're in, too.
Yeah.
Brett, thanks for showing up to my party, asshole.
Drink some NyQuil. Suck it up.
Brett, who did not
You're
show
at the
up.
party.
I was on my deathbed, man.
I want to raise my beer to my inside source, who I will remain nameless, at the Cleveland Browns training facility for hooking me up with all this awesome Brown swag. That is an official on-the-field ball valued at over $150. Those are no joke Brandon Whedon's cleats. I kid you not, size 14. They wear this shit one time and then they throw it all away. I got Texas Chainsaw Massacre gloves right here. Josh Cribbs, while he's still a Brown. Carlton Mitchell, who isn't a Brown. And I don't really know who those are, but those are Brett's.
These are mine. I'm keeping these.
So there's nothing. Is there nothing
Those are
cooler?
shadows
Isn't this
of
doesn't this make me feel like a kid in a candy store? You know what I'm
Real
saying?
brown shit.
So, dude, hook up for my
dude.
for my dude. Much
The dude.
to the dude.
To the dude.
Dude.
Cheers. Yeah.
Yeah, smack
Yeah.
that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Brett, bring it home, buddy.
We're good. It's the gloves. It's slippery. Oh man.
Those must be Greg Little's.
Very sticky, very
Those
sticky.
are Greg Little's gloves.
The Duke. Go ahead.
I'm gonna raise my beer, even though I was told not to earlier, to Mr. Michael Clark Duncan, who passed away this morning.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Now I gotta pick somebody else.
Awesome actor, Talladega Nights,
Night at the
Green Mile, Night at the
Roxbury.
Roxbury.
Green Mile.
Green Mile, I said that.
Sorry.
This is to you, R.I.P. Michael Clark Duncan. I think you were hilarious in Talladega Nights. Great actor in Green Mile.
Armageddon.
Any other movies you want to name again? You want to name Green Mile one more time?
Green Mile. He won
Green
an
Mile,
Emmy.
Tom
He won an
Hanks.
Emmy in the Green Mile. But Michael Clark Duncan, this goes to you.
Yes.
R.I.P. buddy.
MCD, a fellow hyphen.
All right, Ryan, this is your inaugural, very first raising of the beer.
Raising of the beer.
Who are you going to raise your crown? Wait, what do you got in there?
My Canadian Club and Water.
Yeah, that's it.
I want to raise it up to Big Jimmy, who just purchased the Cleveland Browns for $1 billion+. I see nothing but good things to come in the future. I'm really excited about what good things are in store for us, and I really think this guy is going to bring something good into Cleveland.
Hopefully a playoff win.
Hopefully a playoff win.
One.
Maybe,
One.
just maybe, a Super Bowl ring.
You're dreaming.
You took all my hair, man.
Dreaming. Oh, that was already.
I mean, this is a strong Canadian club, but I think if you pay $1 billion for a franchise,
You're going to lay that shithole.
You must really have a lot of Steelers friends that are paying you to help the Browns lose.
And you don't
so here's to Jimmy and Pilot gas stations and the Cleveland Browns.
I thought it was Flying J. I keep hearing different things.
There's two, Pilot and Flying
both?
J.
I know Pilot.
Flying J bought Pilot bought Flying J.
Gotcha.
I pooped a J one time.
Thanks. That doesn't make any sense.
So I salute
imagine it.
Jimmy,
J.
Jimmy the man, the Pilot man, for hopefully spending some cash to bring the Cleveland Browns where they need to be.
Well done, sir.
Well done. And I want to raise my beer to those in the NFL offices, those bigwigs that have been able to stop everybody else, to pull them back from the edge when they want to make fantasy football an NFL-only franchise, meaning that ESPN would have to pay the NFL, which means that ESPN would have to then charge you or Yahoo. This has been something that's been talked about every single year because every name, every stat is actually owned by the NFL. And they could, if they wanted to, grab all of that and say, this is ours. If you want to use it for fantasy football, you're creating a product based on our product, and they could take all these companies to court and charge them for this or prevent them from doing it.
The room is spinning right now.
I know. It would be the death of NFL
I need
fantasy.
something to throw into. I need to throw up into something.
Bottle's right there.
I know that the NHL would never do that.
They probably wouldn't.
Hockey nap.
And the NFL has not done that. And this is another year they haven't done it. So there are those in the offices that are saying this is a bad idea. You're going to kill what has become the biggest part of football. We all love it when our team does well.
It is football now.
It really is. We love it when our team does well, but most teams don't. It's the NFL. One team wins and nobody cares about anybody else. So for one city, who cares about fantasy football? We won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Everybody else, my fantasy team did pretty good, or they didn't.
They won me $1,000 this year in the King of Cleveland.
You hope.
Watch out. The NFL's going to be like, we want our cut today.
You want your cut? I'll give you $1.
10%.
All right, here's $100.
Mike, you said big wig during that speech there. Can we see what you look like with a big wig on? Oh, wow, dude. That's
nice.
Wow, that is nice.
That's like 80s Guns N' Roses.
Rough and
right
tough
there.
with your Afro puff slash.
I can do that. I can do it.
Nice.
I know what you look like in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty good, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whatever happened.
I don't know.
I'm surprised nobody raised their glass to the replacement NFL referees.
Fuck the referees. Here's to football.
That are going to have to
Football.
take it on and be criticized. And it's not even their fault. But I'll raise my glass anyway.
Well, and until next week, had a good time.
Yeah.
Ramon, get your ass back here.
You're on the hot seat, Ramon.
But until then, Ryan, outstanding job.
Thank
Outstanding job tonight. Filling in.
Great job.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys. I love it.
Everybody battle on.
Battle on.
Battle on.
Back up there.
Fuck yeah. Let's go play catch.
Outside in the dark?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
This thing will fucking hurt you.
I know.
I don't need gloves.
What's the problem?
I just need a hockey stick and a puck.
Oh, hockey nap.